Hi guys, I'm Teresa. I've wrote this class to help build strength and resilience, but here's the thing. If you want to grow, you've got to face challenge. So do the best you can. Join me at the back of the mat in child's pose. So remember, you can keep your knees together or you can take the knees wider than the hips, but extend your arms forward and bring the forehead down to the mat. Start to connect to your yogic breath here. So settling in, a few nice long deep breaths into the low belly. Exhaling, navel draws back towards the spine. Finding presence, settling down your thoughts. And then when you're ready, separate the fingers with your hands shoulder distance from one another and pull yourself up to a tabletop pose. Slide the knees in so they're right underneath your hips. Shoulders are stacking over the wrists. Let's move through a few cat-cow breaths to warm up the spine, starting with an inhale. Find your cow spine, so pull the heart forward, lift your tail, lift the crown, gazes up. Exhale, tilting the pelvis, bringing the tailbone forward towards pubic bone, chin into the chest, lengthening the whole back side of the body. Inhale, finding your cow spine, open up the front body, stretching the skin on your neck, opening wide through the collarbones, and then exhaling to your cat, rounding, curling. Get wide, get long through your back body. Nice. Come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes under, and then finding that foundation where everything pulls towards center, hover your knees. Push the earth away so you can feel strength in your arms, strength in your fingers, grounding into your knuckles, and then slowly pushing back onto the balls of your feet. Your heart comes towards your thighs. And slowly the knees begin to straighten, the heels begin to melt, and we find our downward facing dog. Stay strong in your fingers. Don't collapse into your wrist. And then gently walking forward, straightish legs. See if you can keep the legs as straight as possible so you're getting length on the back of the legs as you walk yourself to a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance. They're parallel to one another. Just hold opposite elbows here. A little micro bend in your knee so you can close your hip crease. And then swaying gently from side to side. Soften your face, connected to your breath, connected to the energy in your body. Feel strong feet. Ground into your big toe, equal pressure into your heel, lifting the arch of the foot so that you can feel the outside edge really gripping the mat. Energetic lock with your feet. Then releasing your arms. Roll yourself up, push down into your feet, and feel that pushing down energy that lifts you up very effortlessly. Rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time, so head is the last that rises. And we find ourselves in Tadasana at the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale the arms back down by your side, and behind your back interlace the fingers, drawing the knuckles down. Lift your heart forward, lift your eye gaze, and then exhale, bend into your knees, close the hip crease and fold the torso over the thighs. Lift the arms away from your body. Stay with your breath. We're coming up to a chair pose here, so gaze down at your feet and see if you can pull your knees back. So knees are tracking over the heels, they're behind the toes. Then start to pull the tail down towards the heels. Low belly stays tucked in, so it's not sticking the booty out, it's a straight spine. Then release the arms, gaze is up between your hands. Stay with your breath. Sink back into your heels and lift the toes up off of the mat.
Then dropping the toes, lean forward into the ball of the feet and lift the heel off the mat. Grounding down, firm into your right foot, lift to the tippy toes of the left foot, and then hovering left foot. Stay with your breath, you've got this. Slowly start to reach the left toes towards the back edge of the mat. And gently grounding down for high crescent lunge. Bring your low belly in. Tail is pulling down, so the spine is neutral, and you find a lot of extension through your left hip flexor. Deep breath in. Exhale the arms down halfway. And then dial the fingers up, push the palms away. Push the heel of the palm out and pull your fingertips back towards you, really stretching the wrist. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, dial your fingers down, make a fist, and dial the knuckles down. Inhale, lift the fingertips high. Exhale, making a fist, dialing down. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Up. Exhaling down. Let's do it once more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Dial the palms to face up. Deep breath in. Bring the palms to touch. And then slowly release the left knee to the mat and palms to your heart. Drop the top of the left foot down. Take a peek down at your left knee and see that it's behind your hip. So you might choose to tuck the toes and step that left knee back slightly. Interlace the fingers over the right knee. Draw your low belly in, tail is pointing down, so we're really getting into that left hip flexor. Shift everything towards the front edge of the mat. Stay with your breath. Think of your tail pulling forward towards your right heel. Nice. And then coming to a half split. Bring your fingertips down to frame the right foot, tuck the back toes under, and send that right knee to straight. The hips are coming back over the left knee. Right toes pull up and pull back towards your face. Find length on the back of the right leg. See if you can straighten out your spine now. So lifting up, pull your heart a little closer to your toes, and then as you exhale, folding gently over the right leg. Think right shoulder towards right knee. Stay with your breath. Fingertips grounding. Engage core strength. Pull your low belly in and see if you can take the weight off of that right heel. Just make it light. Maybe it even hovers off the mat. Holding it for 3, 2, 1. Coming forward. Left hand in line with the right toes. Lift the left foot off the mat. So we see if we can reach back with the right hand and grab the foot. If you don't reach the foot, it's not a big deal. Just lifting the foot off the mat, you're going to get length on the front of the left quad. So you can pulse or you can just hold it there. But if you can reach back and grab it, then use your arm strength to pull the heel in towards the hip. Stay long through your spine, gaze up over the right shoulder. Gently releasing. Tuck those left toes under and walk your hands over to the left. Pivoting on right heel so the outside edge of your feet are parallel to one another. It feels like you're trying to pull towards pigeon toe, the energy in your feet, but it's isometric. There's no movement. When you pull the toes in, you feel engagement all the way up the leg into the hips. So stay with that. Stay with strong legs. And just fold forward, crown towards the mat. Come up and bring your hands right underneath your face, and then checking the spacing between your legs, that it's approximately 1 leg length. So you might heel toe in a little bit, and then bring the heels in so the toes are wide, and bend your knees out over your ankles. Take your arms out wide. Your back is flat like a tabletop. Stay with your breath. Stay with the energy in the legs. The feet are grounding down. Feels like they're trying to pull in towards center. Everything's strong. Low belly is tucked in so the spine is straight. Drop the left fingers right underneath your face and lift the right arm up, twisting the spine. Keep the hips square. Eye gaze at right fingertips. And switching sides, the right hand grounds, left arm lifts up. Stay with your breath. Back to center, take both hands into your hips and slowly pull yourself upright with a straight spine. So keep the low belly tucked in and then take the palms up. Lift the right heel off the mat. Stay with your breath. Got this. Drop the right heel down, lift the left heel up. Left heel grounds down. Now you can alternate again or you lift both heels up. Sink the hips. Stay with your breath. You got this. Drop the heels down. Bring your hands inside the knees with fingers pointed down. And with straight arms, use your body weight. So leaning into your arms, open up your hips. Then dropping the left shoulder down, gaze up over the right shoulder. And switch sides. And come back to center. Bring palms to your heart and press the knees to straight. Take the heels back out behind your toes. And then let's slide the left foot over to meet the right. So leaning into the right leg, left foot comes over to meet the right. Lift the toes of the right foot and spread them as you ground them back down. Find balance on that right leg. So lift to the left tippy toes. Then take the left knee out wide. Push from your right hip. So feel that your crown gets a little bit taller. Find that engagement of the entire right leg, finding balance. And when you have it, finding tree pose. So you can keep the left foot grounded and just bring it all the way inside of the right ankle, or you can start to come up the leg to the inner calf, to the inner thigh, or to a half lotus with the top of the foot in the hip crease of the right leg. But never pressure directly on the joint. So below the knee or above the knee. Move slowly. And remember drishti. Remember drishti is fixing your eye gaze on a spot that doesn't move. So find drishti, find your balance, and once you have it, lift the arms up overhead. Stay with your breath. Remember, breath is always your foundation. That's what's guiding you. Nice job, yogis. Bringing palms back to your heart. Release that left leg without dropping it down. Bring the knee in front of the hip. Flex the toes back towards your face and extend the left heel forward, straightening your knee. Dial the toes out to the left and hold it for 3, 2, you got this. Back to center. Bend the left knee and then left foot lands back at the back of the mat. And lift toes, dial the toes towards the back edge of the mat. Extend your arms, preparing for triangle pose. So right foot facing forward, left foot facing the back of the mat. Reach towards the left. Reach as far as you can until you absolutely can't go any farther, and then pivot the arms. Left arm comes down, right arm comes up, eye gaze turns to the right fingertips. Stay with your breath, and remember that your crown is an extension of your spine, so you don't want your neck tweaked, you want your neck in line with the spine. See if you can get long. Feel the length on your right side body. See if you can get long through the left side body as well. Nice. One more breath here. And then inhaling up. Gaze over left fingertips. Now look. If we bend into the left knee, follow your knee, look at the left knee, and make sure that it stays in line with your middle toes. So remember, outside edge of the knee in line with the outside edge of your foot. We find warrior two. You can heel toe that right foot back a little bit. Make sure that the heel stays behind the toes. So pinky toe edge parallel to the back edge of your mat. Shoulders are stacked right over your hips, low belly in so that the spine is long and straight. Eye gaze over left fingertips. Deep breath in. Engage your legs, pushing down, drawing in towards center. Then we're going to pivot on the ball of the back foot. Hands come down to frame the left foot. Pushing down to create space, bring the left foot back to find high plank. Low belly's in, pushing the earth away, so shoulders are protracting, your heart is lifting towards your spine. Inhale, shift everything forward to the tips of your toes. Shoulders come in line with fingertips. Exhale, back to high plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Drop the knees, gazes forward, hinging at your elbows, lower down halfway. Inhale to your cobra or your upward facing dog. Push into the top of the feet. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Deep breath in, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. Nice job, yogis. Stay with your breath, settle in, stay strong in your fingers. Remember, protecting your wrist. Get long through your spine. Low belly pulling in. Eye gaze towards the low belly. Kneecaps lifting up, engaging the quadriceps. Heels melting down. See if you can touch the mat with the heels. Then on an inhale, shift your eye gaze forward. You can take little baby steps again, or you can take one big step. You could even hop to the top of the mat. And then exhale as you fold over your legs. Release the arms up to a chair pose. So bending into the knees, your your tail pulls towards your heels. Low belly pulls in so the spine is long, gazes up between your hands. Sink back into your heels and lift the toes off the mat. And then rolling forward to the ball of the foot, lift the heel off the mat. Drop the heels, grounding into the left, tippy toe on the right. Right foot hovers, and then slowly sending the right foot back. We find high crescent. See if you can move with complete control and intention. High crescent lunge. Long in the right hip flexor, so pull the low belly in, neutralize the spine, pull the tail down low. Take a deep breath in, exhale the arms out halfway. This time dial the palm to face up and fingers press down. Take a deep breath in. Dial the thumb into your palm, wrap 4 fingers around your thumb, and then dial the knuckles up towards the ceiling and back towards you. Keep your elbows extended. Inhale, extend the fingers, dial them down. Push the palm of the hand away. Inhale, making a fist and dialing it up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, one more. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Open the palms wide and come all the way up. Bring palms to touch. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the right knee to the mat, palms back to your heart. You might check the knee, make sure it's behind your toes. You might want to step it back a little bit. Sorry, knee behind your hip. Knee behind your hip so that you can open up the hip flexor. Left knee over the left heel. Low belly pulling in, and then see that the tail is pointing down, and maybe even think about pulling it forward towards the left heel. Drop the top of the right foot down, and then everything shifts forward into the left knee. I'm not sinking down though. We could collapse down, but see what happens to the low back when we do that? So we do get length, but energy is like water, goes to the path of least resistance, and we're very flexible here where thoracic spine meets lumbar spine. So we want to hold that straight and bring the bend down low into the hips where we really need it. So hold it there for a few breaths. And then bring the hands down to frame the left foot. Tuck the back toes under, and we find a half split. So left knee presses to straight, the hips come back over the right knee, and the left toes lift up and pull back towards the face. Left hip pulls towards the edge of the mat that's behind us. Was the front, now it's the back. Then lengthening your spine. So find that length on the back of the leg. Keep pulling the toes back towards your face, left hip back, and then look up. Straight spine, fold over the left leg. Heart towards your toes, left shoulder towards the left knee. Lifting halfway. Strengthen your core. So pull the low belly in, hip flexor strength. Lift the left heel off the mat. Even if it just means the weight becomes light for a few breaths, nice. Grounding the left foot, come forward. And then right hand stays in line with the left toes. The right foot lifts up and pulls back towards your heel. So see how as soon as you lift the foot off the mat, you get length on the front of the right thigh. So you can stay with that, or you can reach back with the left hand, and if the hand reaches the foot, you can use the strength in your arm to pull the heel in towards the hip. Gaze up over the left shoulder. Gently release. Grounding the right toes, lift the right knee and walk your hands over to the right. So we end up where we were. Outside edge of your feet are parallel to one another. Bend into your left knee, keeping the knee behind the toes. Walk your hands over towards the left foot. Think of having a straight spine. Walk the hands back to center and over to the right. Knee staying behind the toes, so pull your booty back behind you. Walking back over to the left. And you can continue to go as we are with the fingers grounding, or you can take your arms out wide, straight spine, over to the right. Ground into the outside edge of the foot. Stay firmly planted in your feet. Come back to the left. Let's do it once more. Keep that right foot grounded as you're shifting left. Push into the outside edge and back over to the right. Stay strong in your left leg, strong in your left foot. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips. Slowly push yourself up to stand. And then right foot coming to meet the left. So bend into the left knee and slide that right foot over to meet the left. Palms come to heart center. Left toes lift up. Spread the toes wide as you lie them back down. And then bending into the right knee, take the right knee out wide. Push from the left hip, push down. So think about getting a little taller from your crown. Feel that the hip, the knee, the foot are all communicating to find balance. And once you find that, right foot comes closer and closer. And you can keep the foot grounded just like that. You can feel that the left foot's finding balance there. So just stay with that, or perhaps inner calf. Never pressure directly on the joint. You can come to inner thigh. You can even do your half lotus if that serves you. Stay with your breath. And then inhaling the arms up overhead. Once you have your balance, find your drishti. That always helps with balance. Nice, gently releasing back to center. Release the knee in front of the hip. Flex the toes back towards your face and extend the right knee. Dial the toes to the right and hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee back and the right foot comes back to the top edge of the mat. Lift the toes pivoting on your heel, preparing for triangle pose. So left toes are pointed forward, the right toes are pointed to the front edge of the mat. Extend the arms out wide and then reach towards the right. Reach, reach, reach until you absolutely can't go any farther. Then pivoting the arms, right arm comes down, left arm comes up, eye gaze turns up. Long through your spine, so crown pulling away from you. Get long through both side bodies. And then on your next inhale, coming back up, bending into the right knee to find warrior 2. With your shoulders stacked over your hips, strong in your left foot, strong in the left leg. The feet are grounding down, they're pulling in towards the center. So you're firing up your inner thighs. Stay with your breath, gaze over the right fingertips. Deep breath in, and then cartwheel the hands down to frame, right foot pivoting to the ball of the left foot. Push down, create space, and right foot comes back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, high plank. Once more, inhale, shift forward. You can drop your knees or you lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay with your breath. Scan your entire body from the fingers all the way to your heels. Heart pulling back towards your thighs. Strong in your hands. Then dropping your knees. Lift your feet, cross your low leg, and come back to seated in Sukhasana. Nice job, yogis. Take the right leg and extend it forward, and take the left foot to inner right thigh. Deep breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward over the right leg. See, maybe you walk your hands towards your foot. And then take a deep breath in. We're working with breath, so deep breath in to lengthen the spine. And as you do that, pull your heart towards your toes, and then exhale and fold over the right leg. Slowly walking yourself back up. Take the left hand behind you in line with your left hip, grounding down into the right heel and left knee. Inhale, lift the hips up. Swing that right arm out behind you. Lift your hips, lift your heart, lift your eye gaze, and reach through the right fingertips. And gently release down. Take that right leg and center it on your mat with your shin parallel to the front edge of your mat, and then stacking the left leg on top of it. Maybe just the fleshy part above the ankle sits on your knee, or the sole of the foot is flush with the knee. So from the front, it looks like this. Either the fleshy part over the knee or ankle over the knee. What I'm asking you not is bring the foot in so that the ankle supinates. So you're not really getting into the hips like that. You're getting more into just ankles. So flexing the feet so the ankles stay strong, and then keeping that ankle up over the knee. And if it looks like that, perfect. You feel it in your hips, right? So that's what you want. Just breathe. Just sit right there. Close your eyes. Try to soften. Try to get the wrinkles right from there. And then just breathe. That knee will come down in time. These are such big muscles and they get so tight, especially with stress. So just using a little breath to help soften. If this is good for you, if it feels amazing and you want to go deeper, then you can walk your hands forward, folding over the legs. And then walking your hands over towards the right. Come back to center. Walk the hands back in. Extend the legs and shake it out. And then left leg stays straight. Sole of the right foot to inner left thigh. Inhale, get tall. And then exhale, fold over that left leg. Release your hands down to the mat wherever they land. And just hang heavy. Then take one breath to get longer. So inhale, look up towards your toes. Pull the heart a little closer to the toes, just straightening out the spine a little. And on your exhale, folding again. Stay soft in your face. Stay connected to your breath. Then walking the hands back in. The right hand comes behind the right hip. Fingers are pointed away from you. Grounding down into left heel, right knee. Inhale, lift everything up. Hips lift high. Heart lifts high. Eye gaze lifts high. Reach out of the left fingertips. And gently release the hips down. Take the left leg and center it on your mat with the shin parallel to the front edge and the right ankle over the left knee. Flex your feet so the ankles stay strong. And then soften. Just breathe and soften. So think of maybe even counting your breath. Inhale for a count of 3. Exhale for a count of 3. Inhale for 3. Make the length of the exhale slightly longer. Exhale for a count of 4. And then if you want more, you walk the hands forward, folding over the legs. Walk the hands towards left, front corner of your mat. Back to center. Walking the hands in. Extend the legs. Extend the arms. And then start to round your spine. Think tail tucking under. Lower down one vertebra at a time. Coming down to your back. And if you have ponytail, any hair accessory that gets in the way, just remove it. So lying flat on your back, walk your feet in close to your body. Hip distance between your feet. Feet are parallel to one another, then grounding your hands outside of your hips, push down. Before you do anything, just feel the energy in the body pushing down into the feet, push down into your palms, push down into your shoulder blades, and then feel that the hips start to become light. So push down and lift the hips up off the mat. Keep your inner thighs drawing in towards one another so that the shins stay perfectly parallel to one another. The knees stay in over your ankles. Push down into the back of the arms and see if you can wiggle the shoulder blades a little closer together. Perhaps even interlacing the fingers behind you. Push down and lift those hips high. Lift your heart up above your shoulders. Stay with your breath. Beautiful, gently release down. As you come down, pull your tail towards your heels so the lumbar spine is supported. And then extend the left leg. Bring the right knee into your chest, interlacing the fingers around your shin. Squeeze right knee in. Left hand takes the outside of the knee. The right arm extends out wide. Left hand guides the knee to the left. Turns to the right. Gently coming back to center. Extend the right leg and bring the left knee in. Then pull the left knee into your heart. Right hand takes the left knee, left arm extends wide, and the right hand guides the knee over to the right. Eye gaze is to the left. Gently release, coming back to center, and then pull both knees up into your heart. Just rock yourself gently from side to side, massaging the muscles along your back body. Then drop the feet down to the earth close to your body and let your knees fall away from one another so the soles of the feet touch. And take your arms up overhead, holding opposite elbows above your head. Close your eyes, softening your gaze. And then with your eyes closed, lift your gaze to the space between your brows. So you relax all the muscles around your eyes. Relax your bottom jaw. Let your breath begin to soften, become natural and effortless. And then slowly extend the right leg to the right front corner of your mat. And left leg to left front corner. Start to separate your arms with palms facing up and just allow your arms to rest out wide by your side. Make any final adjustments for Shavasana. So if your shoulder blades want to lay a little closer to one another, hips, and then just sinking into the mat so it's a complete relaxation of the body. So scan all the way from your toes that your feet are relaxed, the muscles in your calf are relaxed, the knees are relaxed, upper legs are relaxed, hips, moving into your torso, up the back body and wrapping around to the front, abdomen and your chest. All the muscles are relaxed and soft. Down to the tips of your fingers. All the muscles in your hands, wrist, forearm.
Elbows up our arms and shoulders. And finally into the neck and the head. Back of the head, the scalp, muscles in the scalp are relaxed. Ears are relaxed. Complete disengagement of body, stillness of mind. So just keep your awareness on your breath. The rise and fall of your belly with your breath. And yogis, you're welcome to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you feel needed. But for me, I will say namaste. Deepest gratitude and love, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me.